Okay, so now we know why he calls himself Saul Goodman, because it's all good, man. Oh my god, that made me laugh. Uh, and then seeing Kim's reaction at the end was just, it was priceless, man. What's up, you guys? This is One Classic Gamer here, and I'm bringing you another review for Better Call Saul. This is going to be for Season 3, Episode 6. I do not know the title. I never look up the titles when I'm reviewing these episodes. Yeah, another review. You're all expecting it. I know you're all expecting it, and I'm going to review it like I always do. So, what did I think about this episode? Flat out, I enjoyed this episode. I realized that I may have come off a little bit harsh on last week's episode. I did not hate last week's episode. I thought it was good. It was the weaker one in the season, but this was a really good episode because, man, just like, where do I even begin? We got more shit going on with Nacho and Hector and all that, which is really good, and we're starting to see Gus, plot to overthrow Hector, and man, I cannot wait to see I cannot wait to see, Gus cripple Hector or whatever he does to Hector. I really want to see it, like, really badly. Um, cannot wait to see that shit. I think what got me the most excited in this episode is when Gus was taking a look at that factory for sale, and then you're like, oh, this is Gus, Gus exploring, but then you realize, oh, it's not just Gus exploring. This is the spot where, in Breaking Bad, Walter is eventually going to start cooking meth there, and you see that, and you're like, oh, that's the same place. And then he gets in the car, and good old Lydia is in there too, and you're just like, yeah, man, keep bringing on the Breaking Bad shit. Like, the more and more they show us Breaking Bad Easter eggs, I'm just like, yeah, it gets me pumped. I'm like, this is getting closer and closer to Breaking Bad, and it really makes me excited. So, yeah, that was really cool shit. The start of the episode, we had Nacho and Nacho Hector and what's his face? Emilio, I think is what his name is, right? Yeah, that's what his name is, Emilio. And Emilio apparently he was giving him money, his share, but he came in short. And Nacho is like, okay, yeah, you can just pay it back the next week. But then Hector is like, who's working for who, right? And then that's when Nacho proceeds to get up, like, drag Emilio into the kitchen and just beat the shit out of him. And you could just tell, like, he didn't want to do that. It's just, Hector is such a, like, fucking asshole. Like, he's utilizing his power, like, of authority, like, on everyone. Like, he is in control, and, he is using the shit out of Nacho, too. And you kind of feel bad for Nacho in a way, because you're like, he got himself into this business, it's his fault, but at the same time, like, he still has his own limits and morals, but, even he can't have those, now, because Hector is such a freaking dick. That's really all I can say about Hector, but, yeah, like I said, it just makes me even more excited to see Gus come up on top. I'm hoping that Gus, like, cripples him in this season, because Hector is really annoying me. I don't like him at all. But yeah, for the most part in this episode, we get a lot of Jimmy in the first, like, 30 to 40 minutes of it. And Jimmy, he's been let off the hook. He's not getting disbarred, but he is suspended for a full year now. So it's like, he's going to have to get another job and figure out how to pay his share of the lease that he's got with Kim. And, yeah, he got let off the hook. Chuck is affected. He is just, man, you could just tell that, I already said it in the last review, but Jimmy got Chuck good in the courtroom in the last episode, and Chuck is just affected by it, and he's just like, it's like, for a moment there, you look at him, he's like, he doesn't even know what to do anymore. Like, he just looks like he feels like he doesn't have a purpose or anything. But yeah, even his wife tries to go in and and comfort him, but he won't let her in. He's basically shutting everyone out. And then she goes over to Jimmy and she's like, Jimmy, can you help me let Chuck in? And Jimmy is just like, no, I'm done being his brother. He's not my brother anymore. And, you know, I do not blame Jimmy. I mean, Kim, she basically explains it all in the beginning. She's like, your brother did all of this stuff for you. He cared for you. He brought you the same newspaper, groceries every single day. He made you that suit with the special line. He cared for you. Only for you to fucking backstab him because you have this own, like, personal vendetta against him. Like, I can completely understand why Jimmy doesn't even want to be a part. Like, he doesn't want to be with his brother anymore. And I think that, I think it's great because I mean I don't feel bad for Chuck at all. Like, I mean, you could tell that he's affected, and you could tell that Howard can tell that he's affected. Even Howard seems kind of like, you know, it's kind of like Howard when he went to go visit. He goes to visit Chuck in this episode, and he offers him like a glass of wine, and they're like, "Let's just start over. Let's just move on." And it's kind of like, okay, did Howard go there just to comfort, like, or help out his friend, his business partner, or did he go there to help out his business partner and, you know, just like move like past it? Because I think Howard, I don't know, in my personal opinion, I feel like Howard is also sort of affected because when you're watching the last episode, when Chuck just fucking explodes, even Howard is just like, whoa. You know, so it's like, you could tell that, you know, Howard, even he's just like, okay, yeah, Chuck, you're crazy, but we can move past this. So, yeah, that stuff is all really good. We get that in the first 30 minutes. We get him shooting Jimmy shooting the commercial, just a random freaking commercial. And his, like, film crew is just so hilarious. I love them. Every single time I see them, I'm just like, they put a smile on my face. You get that, and then the last 20 minutes of the episode focuses on Gus and Nacho and all of them, and that stuff is really good as well. And Nacho, man, he is just, I mean, he you could tell, like, he does not like Hector. He wants to fucking, I mean, if I were Nacho, I'd want to fucking break and snap and fucking kill Hector, but he just can't. He's just so powerless, you know, even though he's pretty top of the line, he's still powerless because Hector is above him in authority. And yeah, man, all that crazy shit, you know, with him agreeing that he's going to take 5 like kilos of cocaine or whatever, but taking 6 instead. And, you know, that was a really good scene. What else? We did actually get Mike as well, like for like one scene. Apparently, what's her name? I forgot the name of the chick that he's helping out. She's going to like this support group now, it seems, and talking about shit. And you could just tell that Mike is getting a little irritated with her. He's like, because she's like, yeah, I already said, you know, I already volunteered you to help fix the playgrounds and all that shit. And you could tell, like, that Mike is getting a little annoyed a little bit, you know, because she has sort of been using him a little bit, it seems. I don't know why, but, you know, Mike, he can't say no because it's like her, that chick and the little girl, Kaylee, I think is what her name is, they are literally like all Mike has left in his family. And so, you know, it's like, you know, family. So it's just one of those things. But yeah, overall, everything in this episode was just so great. I mean, I really liked it a lot. So if I had to rate it, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. So yeah, that's my review for episode 6 of season 3 of Better Call Saul. If you guys enjoyed this, please comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next review. Peace.